Tonight, local reaction to President Obama's moves to address gun violence.
He says since Congress won't act, he can use his executive authority to do some things. Some changes include requiring anyone who wants to buy a gun from a seller to first clear a federal background check.
It is a plan winning praise and criticism that falls among familiar lines. Brandon Scott's been looking into local reaction and all this. Joins us live from a gun retailer in West Omaha. Brandon?
John, President Obama's announcement was big news here at Sol's, where they sell a lot of guns. Check this out, everything from rifles and shotguns, even a wide selection of handguns down here. But just because this was big news doesn't mean it's necessarily going to mean big changes here at Sol's or any other gun store. In fact, gun stores themselves aren't affected much by the president's plan. Still today, we talked to quite a few gun buyers who are apprehensive.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office was flooded today with people applying for handgun purchase permits. Nearly 50 applications were being processed at the same time President Obama was making his announcement expanding gun buyer background checks.
I just listened to Obama with his spew, and so I figured I just might as well come on out and get it over with.
Robert Carter is renewing his permit to purchase a handgun. He's afraid the president's latest gun control measures are the beginning of a bigger political strategy, which could make it harder for gun enthusiasts like him to purchase and own firearms.
I think some things that he's got to say is correct, and some of it is just totally bull. You know, I don't believe a word, some of it that he's saying.
The president's executive order doesn't change who can buy a gun, but rather puts tougher regulations on anyone who sells them. Now, every commercial firearms dealer will have to obtain a federal seller's license and then do background checks on their buyers. Previously, there was a loophole allowing buyers online and at gun shows to avoid background checks. Obama's order closes that loophole, requiring anyone who wants to purchase a firearm to fill out a federal form.
Then it's going to ask you, are you a fugitive from justice? Have you ever been convicted or of any type of domestic violence?
All of John Deenan's customers at Sol's Metro locations already fill out that form. Obama's order won't change anything here or at any other gun store where federal background checks are already standard procedure.
They just kind of let us know if it's okay for that person to own that firearm. So I really don't know what they check, to be honest with you. I think they look at if there's felonies in that person's past, if there's any other issues of domestic violence or anything of that sort of nature.
So again, if you are buying a gun from a store like this, you'd already have to go through a background check, so these changes aren't really a change for you. John and Mallory, when I come back at 6:30, we'll take a closer look at those background checks and we'll let you know about how long that process takes.
All right, thank you. That's Brandon Scott reporting live tonight.